you. Yeah, I know. Still early. Brian, just tell me it's exactly 6:30. Good, 6:30. We're good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Connetquot Board of Education, Dr. Linda Adams, Superintendent of Schools, faculty, staff, parents, grandparents, friends, and distinguished guests. I am Michael Moran, proud principal of the high school, and I even prouder alumni, and I welcome you to the 59th Connetquot High School Commencement Day. Would everybody please rise and join me in honoring the class of 2023. Thank you very much. Please take your seat. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our clerical staff, buildings and grounds, custodial staff, IT department, and security guards for all their hard work putting tonight's ceremony together. So thank you very much for all of the help. As the students gathered in the gym for senior countdown on the last day of school, I was standing there taking it all in, and I was looking around, and everywhere I looked, I saw another group of students that I'm truly going to miss. Their excellence in the classroom, at concerts, during sporting events has been well documented at year-end award ceremonies, but I'm not talking about missing them in those situations. I'm talking about missing them in the hallways, in the cafeteria, or at class events like last night's prom or last month's banquet. This is a collection of some of the friendliest, most respectful, outgoing group of students that I can remember. They are true. Go ahead. They are truly a joy to be around. I've enjoyed watching them grow on many levels the past 4 years. I personally do not like posing for or being in pictures, so I'm always a bit apprehensive at events when I approach them with my camera and I want to take a picture for Twitter. But I always love their reaction. They all immediately put their arms around one another, smile, and they thank me before I have an opportunity to thank them for being so accommodating. When I'm asked to sign a yearbook, my closing comment is always something of the same. Please reach out to me if I can ever be of any help. Please understand that this is no way a throwaway line. I mean that with all my heart. I would do anything. I would do anything in my power to help the 430 students sitting behind me right now to succeed in the future because they have made me so proud to be their principal. On behalf of Mr. Sidman, Mr. Modica, Mr. Dolan, Ms. Neckin, thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for making it so enjoyable to come to school every day. Go do great things and please keep in touch. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of our high school band under the direction of Gregory Johnson and Stacy Stolberger. Would everyone please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors presented by the Lakeland Fire Department Color Guard and the Pledge of Allegiance recited by National Honor Society President Alex Stenaroso. Please remain standing until the completion of the Star-Spangled Banner and the singing of Alma Mater. The lyrics can be found in the back of your program, performed by our senior chorus under the direction of Mr. Brad Drinkwater and Mr. James Nagel.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stripes and bright stars.
Thank you. You can take a seat. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize our distinguished guests here tonight. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Linda Adams. Board of Education President, Ms. Jacqueline Napolitano-Ferno. Board of Education Trustees, Ms. Marisol Mallon, and Mr. Brian Murphy, and Ms. Lee Kennedy. Ms. Lee Kennedy, thank you for your 24 years of service to the Connetquot School District. Assistant Superintendents, Ms. Christina Poppy, Mr. Reza Kolahifar, and Mr. Robert Hauser. High School Administrators, Mr. Mark Sidman, Mr. Joseph Modica, Mr. Brian Dolan, and Ms. Lauren Neckin. Directors and chairpersons in attendance, Ms. Stephanie Burns, Mr. Robert Cassane, Ms. Michelle Laux, Mr. Vincent Malafronte, Mr. Peter Mallory, Ms. Laurie O'Hara, Ms. Joanne Pisani, and Ms. Cheryl Sosa. Thank you for being here tonight. Please welcome to the podium Board of Education President, Ms. Jacqueline Napolitano-Ferno, to introduce our special guest commencement speaker.
Good evening, graduates, families, and invited guests. It is my privilege to stand before you this evening as the Board of Education President and take part in tonight's graduation ceremony. This event marks a milestone in your educational career as it symbolizes the culmination of 13 years of hard work, determination, and grit. The soon-to-be graduates seated before us represent some of the top scholars, athletes, artists, musicians, and trained professionals that have ever walked through the halls of Connetquot High School. With the support of their teachers and families, each of these students have worked to overcome the many challenges put before them and have risen to the occasion with pride, compassion, and strength. To our graduates, we know that the road before you will be filled with many opportunities. I encourage you to embrace the change, no matter how overwhelming it might feel. Don't be afraid to ask questions and to step beyond your comfort zone, because that is where you will find a new passion or inspiration. As famously noted in the Dr. Seuss classic, "Oh, the Places You'll Go," you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. No matter where your journey leads you, to college, the workforce, military service, and trade schools, just know that we couldn't be prouder of all you have accomplished, and we look forward to hearing where the future takes you all. When you turn your tassels later today and become the latest cohort of Connetquot alumni, please remember that this will always be your home at Connetquot. I myself, along with our guest speaker, Mrs. Senator Alexis Wyke, are members of that special group and can assure you that today we join all past graduates in wishing you well. Fly high, T-Birds. Class of 2023, we wish you all the best. Now please join me in welcoming Senator Wyke, who has a few words for our graduates. Thank you for being here, Alexis.
Good evening, everyone. Connetquot graduating class of 2023. Today is your day. I'd like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Linda Adams, our administrative cabinet, Ms. Christina Pope, Mr. Renza Kolahifar, Mr. Robert Hauser, Mr. John Allen, our principal, of course, Mr. Moran, our Board of Education members, Jacqueline Napolitano, Mylan Augulus, Marisol Mallon, Lee Kennedy, and Brian Murphy. Thank you also to our Connetquot teachers, staff, faculty, and of course to all of our students, parents, and families who are here with us today. That was like the hardest part of the speech. As a Connetquot alumna, class of 1990, I was a member of the first class in the history of Connetquot High School to ever have our graduation ceremony get rained out. So if it starts to thunder, we've narrowed it down. It's my fault. We never got to walk in our graduation, so it is my great honor and privilege to join you here today for this momentous occasion. My name is Alexis Wyke, New York State Senator, or as these classrooms used to know me, Allie Rubenbauer. I'm proud to say that I'm a second-generation T-Bird, as my parents also met right here in these hallowed halls. Today we follow, tomorrow we lead, our great Connetquot motto. And out of my graduating class, I am not the only hardworking alum to be elected to public office. In fact, we have all sorts of leaders, police officers, firefighters, EMS workers, teachers, who all serve our community. We have classmates who started their own businesses, served in our military, and so much more, proving that our extraordinary teachers guided us to be independent thinkers, civic-minded, and to always look at things from every angle. With that in mind, I urge you, throughout your life, to talk to your neighbors and listen to their stories. It's only through understanding and compassion for others that we can truly make educated decisions. Ask questions, have discussions, offer alternatives, weigh the pros and cons, and be respectful. These are the conversations my Connetquot classmates and I had. These are the conversations that created our great nation. These are the conversations that will shape our growing, changing future. Standing here today at the age of 25, why are you laughing? I offer you some small advice. Number one, always keep your yearbook handy. As time flies by, the names will start to blur, but the faces will always remind you. Number two, look around you at your classmates today. Really make a memory of each and every one of them. You now have an everlasting bond with these individuals. You have grown and changed and learned with every one of them. You might not be friends with them all, but they will always be a part of your life. I was a quiet kid in school. I didn't really stand out except that I have an identical twin sister, and I was on Kickline. Years later, when I first ran for public office, to my surprise, the first people to jump up and support me, besides my family, were dozens of my Connetquot teachers and classmates. I didn't even think they remembered me. You'll find that throughout your life, at many of the turns, you'll be surprised to find a teacher or a classmate there cheering you on and supporting you. Likewise, when they succeed, you'll be filled with joy. When they accomplish something great, you'll be filled with pride. When there's a tragedy, you'll be there to help. You'll just do it automatically, without much thought. It's that bond. These are your people, your fellow peers, your friends. As I always say, life is a team sport. Your family is your team, but not all of us are that lucky, so never underestimate the power of your friend family. Like squirrels, you'll gather these nuts together and cherish them. They'll be there for you and you for them, and happiness should never be taken for granted. As a wise woman once said, your life is your story, and the adventure ahead of you is the journey to fulfill your own purpose and potential. A quote that I thought really helps to create an important visual. At some point, you'll look back at each chapter of your life. Who are the characters? Will you cringe at the decisions you made? What are your regrets? And how will the next chapter show that you learned and grew from these experiences? I remember in my mid-30s, I looked back at my life, grateful for all of its blessings, and I thought, this is it? This can't be all I was meant to do. I then began a very difficult journey to find my next purpose in life, and you will likely do the same. Steve Jobs said it best, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Life should not be cookie cutter. It's okay if your life doesn't match your friends. It's difficult, especially in your 20s. Friends get jobs, get married, move away, or buy a home. It feels like a competition. Pace yourself. You are each extraordinary individuals. Your life has purpose. Your life has meaning. Your special skills and talents are your own. You cannot compare your life to others, and none of you should measure your happiness or definition of success by comparing yourself to anyone else. I'll finish with this. Thomas Jefferson said, is that due tomorrow? No, really. Thomas Jefferson said, I find the harder I work, the luckier I get. Nothing in life comes easy. Don't waste your time looking for shortcuts. They don't exist. No job is a waste of your time. You will learn something valuable from each job that you will use in your future. Cherish your journey. It has value. Your life, each and every one of you, has value. I'm so excited that you are our future. I cannot wait to see what wonderful things you do. Connetquot class of 2023, I wish you all my very best. And remember, once a T-bird, always a T-bird. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Wyke. At this time, I'm honored to stand before you to announce the names of the top 25 students of the class of 2023. Ms. Bay and Ms. Gehring, the senior class advisors, will present these students with medals. I would like to personally give them their diplomas at this time as well. Trinity Stitch, SUNY Geneseo. Sarah Tribley, Quinnipiac University. Kylie Martinez, Stevens Institute of Technology. Alexandra Melciona, Florida State University. Melissa de Blasi, Stony Brook University. Ella Corzin, Marist College. Brandon Liebachuk, New York Institute of Technology. Cassie Eggert, SUNY New Paltz. Vincent Ketty, Hofstra University. Sarah Sabatino, Fairfield University. Liam Marin, University of Miami. Gabrielle Aiello, SUNY Oneonta. Cameron Concalves, Binghamton University. Thomas Anderson, Rochester Institute of Technology. Nicole Platty, University of New Hampshire. Eric Renneking, Binghamton University. Nicholas Maldonado Molina, Cornell University. Caitlin Smith, University of Notre Dame. Daniel Durenzis, Stony Brook University. Jason Lee, Stony Brook University. Sean Rogal, North Carolina State University. Lilia Lavolsi, Siena College. Gavin Marin, Binghamton University. Before introducing our salutatorian, I wanted to share with you just a sample of the accomplishments of this fine young woman. She is a graduating with a weighted grade point average of 103.94 and is an advanced placement scholar with distinction. Throughout high school, she was a member of the National Honor Society, the World Language Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Society, Science Honor Society, and the Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society. She is a treasurer of the Science Olympiad and was involved in both Helping Hands and Interact clubs. She is the founder and president of the EOUS, the Educational Opportunity for Underprivileged Students. She works as an IT assistant at Birdsview LLC, plays guitar, and still finds time to volunteer with various organizations. She will be attending Stony Brook University in the fall and will be studying biology and health science. This year's class of 2023 salutatorian, Fariha Anas.
Good evening, everyone. It is my greatest honor to welcome you all to this memorable event. I would like to start by taking a moment to thank our parents, teachers, administrators, and everyone else who has given us their unwavering support throughout our journey here at Connetquot. I also want to give a special shout out to my parents, grandparents, and all my teachers because I wouldn't be here today without their support. And Mom, I especially want to thank you for all the sacrifices you have made. You're my life. Mom আর বাবা আমি তোমাদের অনেক ভালোবাসি. Mom and Dad, I love you so much. When I started writing this speech, I kept thinking about one of the last things my grandfather told me. Knowledge is power, but only those with kindness can use that power to obtain success. While it may sound cliche, I have come to understand that a good student is someone who is focused, but a great student is someone who is looking for ways to help others through their knowledge. It's funny that knowledge can come from anywhere too, especially in moments when we came together to warn each other when seeing Mr. Sidman checking parking tags or collecting hats. When I moved here from Canada at the end of 6th grade, I never imagined myself standing up here giving this speech today. Many of you may think that I'm intelligent, so that's why I'm here. But in reality, I'm one of those tryhards who spends, well, I used to spend before senioritis got to me, but anyway, I'm one of those who spends a lot of time studying because I enjoy the art of learning. And the best part of learning is that it's not just in the books. Recognizing the strengths among all of you and learning alongside you helped me grow as a person. And I'm sure all of us feel the same way. Do you think all this learning was worth it? I think it was, because I'm sure our parents and teachers are proud of us for our achievement, and not just academic achievement. We all endured a pandemic with hybrid learning and challenges in our clubs and sports. Even in moments of uncertainty, we kept trying, gave it our best shot, and achieved many incredible things. I think we have all learned to show kindness and perseverance through this unprecedented high school experience. Although I still have nightmares about accidentally leaving my camera on in a Google Meet, we did figure out how to wake up right before class or have a feast in bed while we were supposed to be in gym class. But most importantly, we were forced to isolate ourselves from our loved ones and adapt to changes. In this process, we learned to help each other, from sharing notes to venting to each other. Together, we persevered, and now we are graduating not just because of our hard work, but because we helped each other through it all. As the pandemic subsided and normal school returned, this mentality continued, especially as I saw many of us speaking up, standing up, and learning from each other. And that's what makes Connetquot so special. Even if we make mistakes, we learn from our mistake and we move forward stronger than before. I'm extremely proud to be graduating from this incredible school full of supportive peers, dedicated faculty, and staff. And now that we are leaving to embark on the next chapter of our lives, it is our duty to honor all the hard work that got us here today and forge ahead into the future. I started this speech by sharing something my grandfather told me. He was very wise, but we have many students sitting here among us today with different experiences, and I'd like to share some of their insights. I asked some of the top students of the class of 2023 to tell me a few words they would share with the class. I'll start with Gavin Marone. He said, he shared a quote from Walt Disney: "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." And Gavin's advice is simply that we must believe in ourselves in order to meet our goals. This message is from Lilia Livalsi. She said, "The heart of Connetquot is its teachers. They are the ones I'll remember long after my time here. And I hope we all take the wisdom and skills they passed on to us wherever we go. To all the teachers of Connetquot, thank you. Your passion for teaching never went unnoticed, and we wouldn't be here today without you." This quote is from Sean Rogal. "If you're serious about changing your life, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse," by Jen Sincero. Sean's advice is, if you have goals to do something, go do it, because you are not going to get many chances in life. And lastly, I'll quote some lines from one of my favorite poems by Robert Frost. "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep." We all have promises that we need to keep to ourselves as we head off to college, the military, the workforce, or even take a year off. We still have miles to go. We will have many chances ahead of us to turn ourselves into someone we look up to and fulfill all the promises we made to ourselves. So I truly hope that we can all take advantage of these opportunities to be the best versions of ourselves. As we move forward, I want to remind all of us to keep learning, be kind, and strive for the best. Let's follow our passions and dreams, even if they seem out of reach, because the path we choose to take is now completely up to us. Well, congratulations, class of 2023, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Fariha. Finally, for our valedictorian, I wanted to share with you just a sample of the accomplishments of this amazing young man. He is graduating with a weighted grade point average of 104.86. He is a founder and president of the National English Honor Society, a member of the National Honor Society, and president of the Connetquot High School class of 2023. He is team captain for both the winter and spring track and field teams, and he is first chair cellist and a member of both the symphony and chamber orchestras. He will be attending University of Notre Dame in the fall and will be studying physics and computer science. This year's class of 2023 valedictorian, Edward Feisler.
I got it. Thank you, Mr. Moran, for the introduction. Good evening, class of 2023. Before I commence my speech, I would like to take a moment to thank our audience members, families, faculty, and all that are a part of the Connetquot family. Thank you. And personally for me, I would like to thank my friends and family, as many of them have gone out of their way to show up and support me today. And a special thank you to my sister Jess, who doesn't know she's getting a shout out because I told her that she wasn't when she asked me. But she has been one of my top supporters, my best friend, chauffeur, and a bodyguard for me for the past couple years. So first off, I want to say congratulations to all the students who have made it here today, as this accomplishment is a symbol of all the work you have done and the life you have experienced up until this point. This day, for many of us, may be the biggest day of our lives. And for some of you, this day may be the last time you ever have to pretend to listen to someone as a Connetquot T-Bird. But for right now, for this moment, for this tremendous accomplishment, as we have this ceremony and begin our celebrations, I would love for all of you to listen and to want to listen. If you know anything about me, you know that I've dedicated the last couple of years of my life to the sport of track and field. Track is one of those sports that gets overlooked easily, as it doesn't dominate mainstream media like football or basketball or soccer does. However, I think that there are some very valuable lessons that I've learned in my experience, and I want to share them as it pertains to each and every one of our lives. So to start, my event focus on the track team is in the hurdle events. So I bet you can already see where the symbolism and metaphors are going to come in here. But hurdles are an intense event that are based on whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. Now I'm going to say that again. It yields a winner based on whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. As for me, I know I'm going to make mistakes. I did every single race of my career. I never had a perfect run. My races came down to when I made my mistakes and how I overcame them. We practice in order to learn how to overcome our hurdles. We practice how to do things the right way. We practice the way we want our races to go. But when it comes down to the actual race and all that adrenaline kicks in and you're moving in a way you've never felt before and the real experience hits you, you make a mistake. I've hit more hurdles in my career than any other runner in Suffolk County. I finished countless races on the floor bleeding. I witnessed my teammates fall, get back up, and try their best even though they have absolutely no chance of winning. You will, in your life, have to look up after falling and bleeding and look up at 5 hurdles in front of you and have to overcome them alone. If you know that mistakes are a part of the process, then you can become successful. Now I want to talk about some of the feelings that you will have while participating in this sport, because it is a roller coaster. With every winner, there are at least 5 losers. With every individual who makes it to the top, there are many others who quit along their same path. With every repetition in a workout, there's the pain and suffering, and to be honest, for me, tears that came with it. Everyone runs well when they're feeling their best. But when it starts to hurt, that is when you have to push harder than you ever have before. So many races come down to whoever can deal with what is called lactic acid the best. My advice to deal with all these lows and all these pain is to acknowledge it for what it really is. Know that when it hurts, everyone hurts. Know that in order to achieve something you never have, you have to do something you never did. Don't be scared when you're hurt and don't believe you can finish the race. You're going to take it as motivation because you know the part that hurts the most is the most important part and will separate the good from the great. It will separate those who achieve their goals to those who fall short. It will separate the dreams from the lost hopes. Everyone is at their best when things are easy. Continue to be at your best when things get hard, and you will be successful. Lastly, I want to go over one of the things that I love and respect about the sport so much. And it's the fact that it doesn't really change. The distance you run doesn't get any longer, the events don't get any harder, and the hurdles don't get any higher. The only thing that changes and allows you to see improvement is yourself. Focusing on yourself is the only way that you can guarantee results. If you get better, then your times and marks will get better. Let this be a lesson to always put yourself first. In order to better the things in your life and to better those around you, you must start with improving something about yourself. As loud as someone can cheer in the stands for you, you must individually be your own #1 supporter. You cannot get anywhere without first believing in yourself, looking at your goals and dreams, and saying, I want it. If you focus on yourself and improve something about yourself every chance you get, you will become successful. We leave tonight from our home of the last 4 years as graduates, entering what we were warned as was the real world. And although our paths may be different, I believe everyone here is capable of achieving some goal in their life. You must know there will be obstacles, and you will make mistakes. You must also know that when things get difficult, you will have to push harder than you ever have before. And you must know that when the world tries to tear you down, when people want to see you fail, and occasionally you do not even believe in yourself, that you are your own #1 supporter and you want to achieve your goal more than anyone else wants to tear you down. Know these things and you will be successful. Congratulations, Connetquot class of 2023. I cannot wait to see what we all become. Thank you all. Should I leave these up here? Should I leave my second one up here?
What's that?
Should I leave the second one up here?
It's in here.
No,
I'll
but
yeah,
I
this one. Thank you, Edward. At this time, I would like to call special attention to those students who have chosen to serve in the United States Armed Forces. Would the following students please stand and remain standing? Henry Bruno Bradley, Marines. Matthew Rodriguez Camillo, Marines. Alex Denaroso, Coast Guard Academy. Jake LaPlaca, Army. James Latini, Air Force ROTC. Emily Monaco Vizeris, Air Force. And Justin Serrano, Marines. I would like to recognize these young men and women of the class of 2023. These fine young men and women have chosen service over self and have joined the countless men and women of our nation's armed forces. Please join me in offering our thanks for their service and sacrifice. At this time, I would please like to welcome Edward Feisel back to the podium as Connetquot High School Senior Class President.
Hello again. Good evening, class of 2023, again. At this point, you're probably tired of listening to me, so I'm happy to inform you that for many of you, this will be the final time. Now, I'm not going to take any more time talking about what we can and cannot achieve or our roads to get there, but instead, I want to commend you, all of you, for the greatness that this class has achieved. As you and the people surrounding you, as one group, will go down as one of, if not the single, highest achieving and most decorated class in the history of the district. Good job, guys. So let's start with our sports. What a hell of a year for our sports. You have achieved some of the most unthinkable athletic accomplishments. To find as much success as we had, not only on one of our teams, but across the board on all of our sports teams, is something to admire. From our soccer team being Long Island champions, to our volleyball team being county champions, to the track team being undefeated county champions, to our swim team being regional champions, to our bowling team, to our baseball and lacrosse teams being ranked at the top of their league. Not to mention, this year also has showcased a record amount of scholar athletes and scholar athlete teams for Connetquot. We get it done everywhere. Oh, thank you. This is indisputably the greatest academic class in history and can very easily be argued as the greatest musical class in history. As a class dedicated to service and giving back, we have also chosen as a senior gift to expand our school's food pantry into a wellness pantry, providing toiletries and necessities for our families in need. We have achieved so much and came so far and left an incredible footprint on this school with this class. What I want to say to you guys now is that greatness breeds greatness. As one Connetquot family, as one T-Bird Nation, we stick together. And as we strive for our best and push to our limits, we bring each other along despite our differences. So whether you play clarinet or quarterback, you inspire each other without even recognizing it. And that brings me to my final point of this evening, the importance of the relationships and the school friends that you make while you're in Connetquot. The people you look forward to seeing in school every day, have great conversations with, but maybe don't get a chance to talk to outside of the classroom. The random kid in your math class that just had to sign your yearbook. Look around you now. Look left and look right. See all the faces that have been a part of your life. Behind every face is a story that has crossed paths with yours. It may not be the most significant moment in your life, but that doesn't matter because every single interaction has helped you become the person that you are today. For me, I'm going to highlight two people that have greatly impacted my life as school friends. One of them I met in my 6th grade social studies class at RMS with Miss Enright. In this class, it was one of the funniest people I have ever met. His name is Ryan Cerrone, which I only learned his name because of how often he would get yelled at in class for playing with the globe or kicking somebody's chair. Now, I've never really hung out with Ryan outside of the classroom, but however, he was my teammate on the winter track team. And we would somehow top ourselves with the funniest conversations we've ever had on every single bus ride. So Ryan, thank you for being someone who could always put me in a good mood no matter what. The other person, oh, Ryan, there he is. The other person I was practically forced to meet, as we had one class and only one class together every single year since middle school. And it always happened to be my English class. So now this person knows who he is. He's waiting for me to say his name, but it's Justin Chesnowitz. I have done quite literally every single group project in English with Justin for the last like 5-6 years. And I respect him so much for his responsibility and reliability within the classroom. I knew that Justin would always get his workload done no matter what, and he was always a great person to be around. However, I did not know the stupid amount of pictures he had of me doing the most random things inside the classroom that he sends me every once in a while now. And I'm like, why did you take that? And he's like, I didn't even know I took it. We all have these people in our lives, no matter how big or how small. Any sort of influence can and will leave a lasting impression on you. So say thank you to everyone. You've all made it here, by each other, with each other, and for each other. And always remember, once a T-bird, always a T-bird, despite the possible mascot change that our school may face. Class of 2023, we did it. Congratulations and thank you again.
You want a picture? Thank you. Thank you again, Edward. I would like to now introduce Connetquot High School Student Government President, Marissa Freeman.
Hi. I have lived in the Connetquot Central School District my entire life and cannot compare my experience to anywhere else. What I can say is that my experience here has shaped me into the person I am today. I would say I had a pretty normal education, ignoring an literal entire global pandemic. But going to school every other day and sleeping through classes on Google Meet, it was very interesting overall. But nothing truly defining happened to me until my senior year of high school. What started with a piece of fabric led to a fire inside me blazing and a newfound confidence and passion for social justice and equality. Decisions made led to a movement of students, parents, staff, and community members rallying together in order to support all students at Connetquot. Not everyone might have seen it this way, but that's just how I saw it. Just a bunch of people gathering together because they thought all students deserve a safe space within their school. During my senior year, I learned the difference between tolerance and acceptance. The definition of tolerance, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is the capacity to endure pain or hardship. The word tolerance was used as a driving force for a possible solution to solve some tensions that had been built within our school. The definition of tolerance is to endure pain, but how are our differences painful? If we were to just tolerate our differences, no progress would ever truly be made. It would just be a long day of playing pretend. What our school should have been inspired by is the word acceptance, accepting someone for who they are and it's the easiest way to resolve any type of issue. No matter what people's differences are, if you talk to them in a respectful manner, the likelihood of an altercation will decrease tremendously. Acceptance and respect is what should be preached throughout our school halls, not just having to deal with each other till the final bell. This school year, I had many opportunities to speak publicly about my opinions and stand up for what I believe in. Even though I did not always feel heard, it was a great opportunity to practice public speaking. Speaking publicly is something that terrified me in middle school. But now I can confidently say it truly isn't so bad. Because of my time here, I was able to turn something that was once a fear of mine into a strength. I can confidently say that my best experiences and achievements were because of my involvement in various clubs and extracurriculars. Because of these activities, I have made great connections with so many different people. Whether it was planning homecoming or the winter spectacular, I had a great time. Even though it was very stressful when the t-shirt cannon stopped working in the middle of pep rally, and when Christmas lights kept falling down, I can now look back and laugh because it was really funny. The reason I have these memories is because of my involvement in student government. I'm truly grateful for all the members and the advisors for allowing me to take part in these events. I'm also very proud of everything we did as student government, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds. One thing I will forever be grateful for is the quality of teachers within this district. I felt safe and supported in every single classroom. The warmness and kindness exuded from the teachers is truly remarkable. Teachers get put through a lot and are not always respected, but work harder than anyone. I would like to thank all the teachers for encouraging us and pushing us to do our best. Even though we might not always appreciate it and complain about almost everything you guys do, your encouragement is vital and never unnoticed. Thank you. I'd like to thank all the staff for setting up for events, providing us meals, cleaning up after us, and so much more. Without you, the school would not have run as smoothly as it has. Thank you. I would like to thank the administrative staff for supporting our events and for an overall great school year. Thank you. I'd like to address the Board of Education and say that it has been quite an interesting year that I do not see myself forgetting. And finally, I would like to thank the parents for giving us rides before we could drive, for helping us with school projects, or at least trying to, and for dealing with all of our drama and attitudes. Thank you for always being there. And to my fellow classmates of 2023, thank you for granting me the pleasure of getting to know you. I hope all your lives are filled with success and happiness, and I believe in you guys. Dream big and stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Marissa. One of the greatest honors that is bestowed upon a high school principal is the responsibility of certifying to the superintendent of schools that the young men and women who receive their diplomas have met all local and New York State Department of Education criteria for earning a high school diploma. It is a legal certification and one I am confident in making here today. Therefore, Dr. Adams, I certify that every student who is here to receive a diploma today, June 22nd, 2023, has satisfied the graduation requirements of the State Education Department and the Board of Education, and therefore is eligible to receive a Connetquot High School diploma from the Connetquot Board of Education. I am honored and pleased to present the class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Moran. Trustees of the Board of Education, I validate the principal's certification that each graduate receiving a diploma has satisfactorily completed the course of studies and requirements prescribed by the Connetquot Board of Education and the State of New York. By the authority vested in me by the Connetquot Board of Education, the State Board of Regents, and the Commissioner of Education, I recommend, with the administration and the faculty concurring, that the high school diploma be conferred upon each of the graduates who will now be presented to you on this 22nd day of June 2023. Board trustees, I proudly present to you the graduates of the class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Adams. Now we come to the portion of our program that our graduates have waited so patiently for, the presentation of diplomas to the members of the class of 2023. The Board of Education trustees will now assist in awarding diplomas, beginning with representatives of our senior class student government, the members of our National Honor Society, followed by the rest of our wonderful graduating class. The senior class advisors, Ms. Bay and Ms. Gehring, will be calling their names.
Aiden Freed.
Marissa Freeman.
Merzer Mayhem. Charlotte D. Simone.
Dylan Thomason.
Emma Mirabel.
Alex Denaroso.
Daniela Craig.
Joseph Catalano.
Emma Gagliardi.
Jason Matarazzo.
Abby DeMarco.
Tyler Trippi.
Kayla Unterweiser.
Andrew Lee.
Summer Perry.
Alexander Rodriguez.
Kellyanne Moran.
Mateo Marchese.
Victoria Bazita.
Eric Digdon.
Gianna Friesum.
Matthew Schindler.
Olivia Drapala.
Ryan Cerrone.
Carlene Gall.
Thomas Russo.
Sophia Kim.
Daniel Humans.
Tiffany Gao.
Brandon Vecchia.
Samantha Tedeschi.
Tyler Ramos.
Elizabeth Wetzel.
Lucas Martin.
Julia Monken.
Sean Kovarik.
Reagan Quillo.
James Latini.
Hannah Meehan.
Ayan Shaikh.
Lauren Trotta.
Jason He.
Ainsley Noonan.
Avery Tabi.
Isabella Fitzgerald.
Thomas Bazita.
Carly Bedford.
Luke Olson.
Emily Cashel.
Edwin Smith.
Tiffany Soriano.
Daniel Whiting.
Sophia Miller.
Luke DeMarco.
Angelina DiStefano.
Matthew Hippler.
Kaylee Gobetz.
Jack Lubier.
Isabella Portillo.
Matthew Rodriguez.
Amelia Padilla.
Justin Rexak.
Alyssa Ciccarelli.
Michael Watson.
Annabella Sensi.
Logan Bubb.
Kenzie Sorensen.
Patrick Fitzgerald.
Casey Wynn.
Zachary Walsh.
Vashma Raha.
Thomas Vidal.
Juliet Christoffel.
Ashton Bassick.
Ava Hen.
Nicholas Nuccio.
Melanie Humjo.
Danny Lopez.
Lauren Longo.
Timothy Sherman.
Marilyn Justiniano.
Cole Hanley.
Gianna Cascigiovanni.
Jesse Engbolson.
Sophia Murphy.
Brody Streams.
Mackenzie Kelly.
Vincent Schottler.
Anna Liberchuk.
Jack Friedman.
Stefania Cortez.
Michael Donor.
Hikari Gonzalez.
Joseph Buab.
Alexandria LaBarba.
Isaiah Aileen.
Kayla Swamwick.
Benjamin Eltanji.
Claudia Berlinski.
Tyler McGann.
Raya Al Nasor.
Michael Palmatieri.
Olivia Jonas.
Vincent Seria.
Angelina Malomo. Brianna Katera.
Paul Gutierrez Vaz.
Michaela Montalvo.
Anthony Palomino Coronel.
Alyssa Wright.
Johnny Lore Garcia.
Eva Titone.
Duvier Menendez.
Michaela Coster.
Anthony Ortiz.
Paige Snyder.
James Durenches.
Olivia Plummer.
Joseph Olwick.
Kennedy Cooper.
Matthew Dixon.
Emma Savino.
James Holmes.
Adriana Scaringi.
Daniel Benitez.
Farah Amarando.
James Conan.
Isabel Adamo.
Justin Serrano.
Alexa Colandona.
Just read a little louder. They're screaming to say it louder. Noisy.
Matthew Rodriguez Camilo.
Lauren Conzen.
Henry Brian Bradley.
Brianna Reingold.
Nicholas Romano Luna.
Anna McAteer.
Aiden Oliveira.
Gianna Hughes.
Vincent Garbino.
Olivia Brown.
Larry Rivera Jr.
Larissa Beeler.
Giovanni Guzzo.
Alyssa Kellogg.
Michael O'Mara.
Kiara Lacera.
Adrian Hernandez Rodriguez.
Fatima Alam.
Brian Mara.
Megan DiBiase.
Corey Dale.
Sienna Graham.
Thomas Dahl Jr.
Melissa DeLuca.
Andrew Vitale.
Lauren Schmitz.
Daniel Cerchetta.
Olivia Hurt.
Ryan Robeo.
Morgan Churchirillo.
Ryan Cucarulo.
Melissa Kolanovic.
Max Carrion Tejan.
Cadence Gentile.
Alice Wagner.
Alexia Temps.
Nicholas Carson.
Faith Rand.
Joseph Meyer.
Anna Hauser.
Harrison Dorr.
Samantha Pellegrino.
Anthony Bielke.
Christiana Grove.
Jason McCabe Jr.
Hannah Brexendorf.
Oh, shit. Avaratio Delmes.
Olivia Evans Trimarco.
Jake Tavernisi.
Sinai Jones.
Oscar Escamilla Hernandez.
Carrie Ucida Luna.
Justin Hummel.
Nasseri King.
Randy Dean.
Yesenia Gonzalez.
Darian Joseph.
Caitlin Berger.
Colin Kavanaugh.
Plunkett.
Matthew Donaldson.
Vienna Talbot.
Swen Twee.
Melanie Flores.
Augustus Colabong.
Kaylin Burchard.
Aiden Yambow.
Gianna Cross.
Jack Monahan.
Madeline Eads.
Giovanni Saint Serene.
Mackenzie Evans.
Michael Kokolakis.
Gianna McKiernan.
Michael Abamonte.
Morgan Taylor.
Emmanuel Paravalis.
Nicole Valencia.
Joseph Parisi.
Caitlin Anderson.
Mario Acosta.
Victoria Marchetti.
Joseph Quillo.
Maria Amelia Ordonez Bustamante.
Francesco Di Tomanso.
Sadia Mattia.
Jacob Unger.
Cami Jean Baptiste.
Wasi Irfan.
Michaela Romano.
Brian Zimrochek.
Caitlin Padilla.
Nasir Stalwart.
Kimberly Zambrano Nivicella.
Nathaniel Hussein.
Paris Maxwell.
Jake Stanley.
Dominique Turner.
Jake LaPlaca.
Faruqi Liratin.
Thomas Malvagno.
Gabrielle Giel.
Miguel Lozano.
Juliana Gallagher.
Adam Vinogrado.
Catherine Prince.
Mohammed Hassan.
Christina Lee.
Nicholas Kroll.
Samantha Carr.
Marlon Ayella.
Amber Rogers Wakefield.
Ryan Muckle.
Delaney Ramberg.
Tyler Mossoff.
Leah Nacarado.
Michael Pascarella.
Hannah Rosenberg.
Michael Lachlan.
Haley Dorr.
Justin Wilkinson.
Kristen Carroll.
Nolan Britt.
Madison Pike.
Anthony Palmentieri.
Kara Hodgelik.
Jonathan Biangazo.
Caitlin Kemp.
Justin Chesnowitz.
Ava Minnie.
Ryan Lozada.
Riley Mojer.
Liam Flaherty.
Iman Khalid.
Casey Roulet.
Charlotte Condit.
Ryan Malone.
Emily Lynch.
Jonathan Russo.
Cassidy DeLeon.
Tobias Stevens.
Gianna Lerner.
Luke Thompson.
Tiffany Lopez.
Elias Luis Villano.
Julia Schneider.
Dominic Paraglia.
Jenna Gross.
Stephen Schmitz.
Aubrey Hoffman.
Shane Tarpey.
Samantha Gregory.
Jack Manoya.
Anna Zimmerman.
Nicholas Ciato.
Emily Monaco Viseris.
Sharose Orion.
Cassandra Fastag.
Jack Leary.
Peyton Rhodes.
James Coyne.
Brooke Schotmeyer.
Jake Daniels.
Brooke Elizalde.
Thomas Mallon.
Ava Chesnowitz.
Hunter Silhan.
Amanda Elia.
Paul Viovante.
Tori Walsh.
Alexander Ellison.
Juliana Anselmo.
Justin Gutierrez.
Margaret Sullivan.
Anthony Daniels.
Madison Del Valle.
Ennis Harrell.
Elena Tomanelli.
Brian Perchinsky.
Jenna Prusi.
Nicholas Caruli.
Jordan Smith.
Louis Monty.
Anastasia Shandell.
Luke Overthorn.
Jessica Cochran.
Jack Murphy.
Megan Rokovich.
Robert Page.
Samantha Chaccio.
Scott Dignan.
Isabella Bass.
Tyler McCarthy.
Gabrielle Latado.
Michael Catalano.
Say mine a little loud for me. Chris Unger.
Christopher-
Anna Rostowski.
Christopher Ungo.
Say it loud. Say it loud and proud. Loud and
Kyle
proud.
Cochran. Michael Murphy.
Ashura Chowdhury.
Giovanni Durenzes.
Harry Cardenas Morales.
Andrew Johnson.
Mariella Bigelow O'Brien.
Ryan Monahan.
It's Stephen, not Stephen. Stephen.
Gianna Infatolino.
Stephen Boubier.
Mutiba Ahmed.
Anthony Armenia.
Kaylee Brophy.
Anthony Scarabino.
Vlada Blashishin.
Scott Northrup. Nolan Degritson.
Kayla McKeenan.
Ryan Thoden.
Camila Rivera Leva.
Colin Forshner.
Deborah Esant.
Joseph Doyle III.
India Bennett.
Matthew Plana.
Yeah.
Did she go?
Yeah, loud and proud.
What's she saying? Tyler Moore. Joseph Saraceno. Jeremy Nunez. Robert Elliott. Devin Lane. Jaheim Jackson. Bilal Kutri. Suhaib Massoud. Mohammed Shah. Donald Schnetzler. Jermaine Thompson. Kai Langford. Matthew Iparagari Tiza. Dominic Ricca. Andrew Sylvia. Joe Buab. Malik Cooper. Jeremiah Hewitt. Al Shad. Tasmin Hasnat. Matthew Del Monte Barajas. Sven Ritter. Michael de Blasi. Ryan McCallan. Michael Dugan Jr. Robert Ash. Jason Caffarelli. Jonathan Grenchi. Nicholas Grenchi. Matthew Benegas Jolie. Joshua Devery. Alexander Nitchie. Christopher Schoppenberger. Dominic Barbara. Thomas Caputo. Aiden Conroy. Colin Brennan. Thomas Bellariati. Logan Gray. Emil Savovic. Ezekiel Vasquez. Justin Rodden. Andrew Caputo. Patrick Gleason. Matthew Bedenias. Jordan Butler. Chance Williams. Noah Johnson.
At this time, the president of the senior class, Edward Feisel, will lead the class in moving the tassel to symbolizing the passage from Connetquot High School.
No, it was on the second speech that I had. Is it still up here? Yeah, it's taped to the back. Yeah. It's right here. I got it. Okay. All right. Make sure mine's all right. My friends, classmates, we have grown together, loved together, laughed together, cried together, and now we will graduate together. Join me in moving our tassels from the right to the left, symbolizing the next chapter of our lives.
Students, I ask you to all rise. Stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our newest alumni, the class of 2023.
That was officially my last time playing at a graduation. I'm getting a call from Waco, Texas. I swear to God, it's Valerie.
We're done. We never have to play.
I want them to think I'm academically busy, which I am. Miss Solberg, I'm getting a phone call from Waco, Texas.
It's a special. Oh my God.
I've been